Water, source of life. Fresh water is a scarce resource. While the annual rainfall in Hong Kong is one of the highest among major cities in the Asia-Pacific region, the amount of water collected can only meet 20 to 30% of its demand. The remaining is met by importation of Dongjiang water from Guangdong province. However, the rapid development of the Pearl River Delta has resulted in fast-growing demand for freshwater resources. To provide water in a sustainable manner for future development, we need to plan in advance for better utilization of water resources. The Hong Kong SAR government is implementing a total water management program comprising 4 core components. Protect and manage existing water resources through effective enforcement of pollution control measures and regulation of developments within water gathering grounds. Water conservation initiatives include promotion of water conservation through civic education and publicity, replacement and rehabilitation of aged pipelines to reduce leakage, using seawater for flushing, and a tiered water tariff for domestic consumption. On water reclamation, implement pilot schemes to provide usable reclaimed water by polishing treated sewage effluent, and develop new water resources by studying the cost-effectiveness and suitability of the latest desalination technology for use in Hong Kong. Purifying wastewater and reclaiming it as usable water is an important component of the government's total water management program. With the many attractions on Lantau Island, Polin Monastery, Giant Buddha, Wisdom Path, and the opening of cable car system in 2006, Ong Ping becomes a popular tourist spot. There will be an increase in sewage coming from households, restaurants, tourist attractions, and toilets in the surrounding areas. To protect this environmentally sensitive area and the water quality of the water gathering ground in On Ping, the government decided to embark upon the first trial scheme on effluent reuse in On Ping. Sewage collector will be transferred to Nong Ping Sewage Treatment Works, Hong Kong's first tertiary sewage treatment plant with effluent reuse facilities for treatment. There are many levels of sewage treatment to suit different discharge requirements, in which tertiary treatment is the top level of treatment. The first part of sewage treatment at Ong Ping Sewage Treatment Works is the removal of large objects by a bar screen. Subsequently, the separators will remove grit, oil, and suspended solids from the sewage. After the preliminary treatment, the sewage will be taken to a biological treatment facility in which compressed air will be added to provide an appropriate breeding environment for microorganisms which help decompose the organic substances in the sewage. The microorganisms, together with the decomposed substances, will then form larger particles which will be removed after sedimentation. Upon completion of a series of treatment processes, most of the pollutants in the sewage are taken out and a secondary effluent is produced. Since a trace amount of pollutants is still in existence in the secondary effluent, a tertiary treatment process is therefore needed. This secondary effluent will be transferred to a dual media filter to remove the residual pollutants. Having gone through the final step of UV disinfection, the pathogenic organisms and bacteria in the effluent are deactivated, and now the sewage is completely purified. The water reclaimed from Ong Ping Sewage Treatment Works after the tertiary treatment process and UV disinfection has met very stringent hygiene standards. The government therefore takes this opportunity to use this high-quality reclaimed water in controlled irrigation, aquafish ponds, as well as flushing of public toilets in On Ping and within the cable car terminal. For worry-free public use, chlorine is added to the reclaimed water to prevent the growth of pathogenic organisms and bacteria. In fact, reclaimed water produced by tertiary treatment plants has been used for many years in many places around the world, such as the United States, Australia, and Japan. Reclaimed water can be used for many purposes and is widely accepted by these countries. Apart from being a sustainable water source, reclaimed water also helps protect the natural environment. As the next step forward, the Hong Kong SAR government is planning to supply reclaimed water to voluntary participants in the North District, including schools, private organizations, parks, and individual residential properties for different non-drinking purposes. Based on the information collected from these initiatives, we will be actively exploring more possibilities of utilizing reclaimed water in order to foster an ideal living environment for our next generation through preserving and creating precious water resources.